Hey YouTube, David here, Richter Scale Studios. What you're looking at is the Malifaux game. This is the Guild faction, the C Hoffman Crew. I was in Sacramento at a a weathering seminar, and was going through the store, and this caught my eye. I've never played the game before, but I picked up the book, the little rule book for it, and it looks kind of fun. It plays on a 3x3 game, a small amount of models, and really cool stuff. And this is comes with 4 models to start a small little crew. You got to add a couple more, I believe. Looking for the rules, probably about 2 more models to make it 50 stone for a regular game. So there's Mr. Hoffman himself. There's what they call the Guardian, and then the Watcher, looks like a little flying guy, and the Hunter, looks like some kind of like feline lion, mountain lion construct of some kind. One thing interesting, I was kind of doing some research on the internet about these guys. I believe they're headquartered in Northern California. I'm not sure, but they had, like, if you wanted to apply for a job, it's Placerville, California, which is 8 miles from my house. So really close by and kind of surprising. I didn't know we had something like that kind of existing so close to me. And I'm going to bring you over to my airbrush booth real quick and show you what I have going on. Right here, I'll show you Mr. Hoffman himself. I started him Sunday. He's not airbrushed at all. Just did a 3-color prime on him with an airbrush. Then went in there with the brush and did some painting on him. He's about 80% done. Still got to do the goggles and the mechanics on his back of his knees. But he's turned out pretty nice. Trying to do that dark to light thing I've been learning. So almost like a white on his lapels, and then it's like I mixed a purple in with a yellow to shade in around him, and it's actually turning out really nice. And kind of doing the same thing with the white of the arm, just trying to go really dark into those crevices, then bringing like almost a solid bright white to the tops of the folds. And then his exoskeleton is kind of an experiment right now. Oops. This was a 3-color shade, and then I did some candy orange. I believe I used Freak Flex from Badger. It's like their old Minotaur line or whatever. So I'm going to see how that works. You can see how it goes from a black orange and you follow it around. It's like a zenithal highlighting. I'm going to make this like a dark copper. And then the constructs, these are all kind of basically the same kind of colors. These are going to be like a coppery brass. They go from like a dark, like a reddish brown to like a yellowish, orangish white. So I did this with my new Grex airbrush, and that's been fun so far. This guy I've been kind of just taking the brush to also and playing around with some non-metallic metals on the sword with some wet blending. And the Watcher here, he's going to be interesting. I saw something from a blog, I believe it's Rob's Jedi blog. He had something really interesting where he put rocket plumes from the rocket pack in the back. I'm going to try to attempt to do something like that. And then I sprayed some Vallejo inks on the wings, and those are probably going to be changed a lot. I think I want to make those like a canvas looking thing, like a canvas, almost like a Wright Brothers airplane wing color, like a light tannish canvas color. And then here is the start of the rocket plume. I have a little bit of plastic card with some wire super glued to it, and then I'm going to build down from it, and those 2 ends will go into the drill holes of his rocket pack. And then also, to get this going faster, I usually like making my own bases. I bought their official bases for these guys. I don't know these are the official ones, but there's the sewer base line. This is Mr. Hoffman's base. This has been airbrushed completely, and then lightly washed. And then I'll probably do some more highlighting and some rust effects on it eventually. These guys have been what you see right there as these metallics. These are just the airbrush colors, or not airbrush, these are the primers, going from a black, gray to a white. And I will be going in and probably airbrushing those more. I've been airbrushing, that's like a Vallejo heavy warm gray, kind of like a greenish color. Then you can see on this right side, starting to wet blend highlights in, and then airbrush some of the green in, and picked out one of this little pipe here, try to do some non-metallics. That's going to be a bright copper, then put some verdigris on it eventually. And then this will be the Watch of the Flying Guy's base. So that's that little area there will be on that circle, and kind of like smoke will be billowing out over that. It'll be kind of cool. I'm going to pick out that little insignia, whatever that is, on there. This one hasn't been done that much to. And this one I've been kind of just, airbrush the slime, and then that's still primered, so they have to be cleaned up. And then you start wet blending those rocks. Probably to go and filter those with some different colors too, with some oil paints eventually, to break up the monotony of the color of the cobblestones. So that is it for right now. This will be part 1 of the C. Hoffman Malifaux Crew. And I'm expecting some more models in too, to beef up the crew a little bit. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me.